Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about the Big Brother 24 premiere, which was an hour and a half of not a whole lot, but still very exciting to be kicking off this season of Big Brother. I'm excited we're back.
I'm just excited we're back.
Yeah.
Let's remember that, guys.
Yes.
We're back.
Mm-hmm.
Was this the most thrilling, colorful, most exciting
Maybe not.
premiere? Possibly not, but that's okay. We're going to break it down and talk about who's in the house and what's up about what. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And if you want to support us on Patreon, you can find us at patreon.com/nerdtainment. Ooh, it's been a while since we did that open.
No, it has been. I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
Don't we say something?
We do.
I think we have a thing we do. It's been too long, y'all.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We weren't sure who was going to be here because of, the challenge is on right now, but don't go away.
Premiere night. Maybe you have us on as well as the challenge.
Love that. Multi-screen.
Yay. Hello, guys.
Hi, everyone. Well,
we're going to spend a good 50 minutes or so, close to an hour.
Getting to know people.
Just walking in
the house.
It's
not like the format's not different. Is it the packages that are longer? Is it, I wasn't sure what was eating up all the time here, because they normally do split them into these groups of 4 and they all 4 go into the house at the same time and blah, blah,
Yeah.
But it felt like, it was a lot of time.
It was a lot of time.
In the house.
I think previously, and I might be wrong, but I feel like I remember 4 people coming in together and then playing a comp.
Interesting.
Then 4 people came in together, played a comp. I don't know if that's accurate or if I'm misremembering.
That's probably a better format. Feels like we're getting to the action a little more quickly than we did in this format.
Yeah, it was just too long and slow with them coming in, and these pre-packages are nice and all, but we're not really getting to know them.
No.
So
except for Joseph. We got to know a lot more about Joseph than we previously knew, because this was our first time getting to know anything about him.
We barely knew Joseph. That's true. That's very, very true. All right. Well, our first group is Jasmine, Kyle, Paloma, and Monty.
Yes.
We're going to pretend like they didn't know a key was going to show up at their house. They're so excited.
Yes.
They're going to walk on stage. Julie's going to be like, hey, get in there.
Yep. And grab your ticket to BB Fest.
Yes.
Is their direction when they get in there. They've got to grab their ticket and then make their way to the backyard. And first in the house is Kyle.
Oh, Kyle did not know about the curse. He just was like, here we go.
Marching on in.
Let me get in this house. Now, what did you think about the aesthetic of the stage and the house?
I love this whole redesign of the stage that they did for All Stars.
Oh, right.
Still just so slick to have all those big LED screens. I really am still sort of longing for the day when we're going to get a live audience back in that studio, because I think that will just really add to that. Who knows when that's going to happen, but
they said maybe later this season.
Oh, I love.
It's not out completely.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Great. But I think the house is nice enough.
This is my favorite so far.
Yeah.
I mean, we've barely gotten into it, but just Julie standing on the outside, it was teal and coral, which is one of my favorite combos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I already was like, yes. And then we go in, and that whole retro, they're calling it Palm Springs Motel.
Right.
But it's that whole kitschy vibe, and I do really like that. So just aesthetically, I was enjoying it more than I usually they're just like colors in my face, and I can't. It's too much.
I also just love this house compared to the Canada house, because the Canada house is just like lights assaulting you and neon colors and everything, literally everything is an LED screen or some sort of bright light flashing in your face.
Yes.
And this actually feels like sort of a house. I mean, it's a set, very much a set, but it's got more of a homey vibe.
Live in it.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. So this group, the first group, is going to sort of teach us that once they get their ticket, they go outside, they scan the ticket. Didn't need to take this long. But Julie's going to tell us there's 3 little spots here porta potties, merch stand, piercing tent. Those are going to turn into comps.
Yeah.
At some point. And I use the word comp loosely.
Yeah, right. I know. What I
but
would have
soon.
loved is for more time, for them to have come up with comps that could eat up a little more time than the whole ticket scanning thing. Like,
ticket.
I really don't need the randomness of the ticket scanning, especially because it didn't feel that random.
It was so not random that it was random.
Yeah, like the tickets that they're grabbing are placed in different rooms in the house, but I don't know how they're organized. Like, if they all grab from the kitchen, are they all grabbing from one
challenge stand?
Is the kitchen all porta potties kind of a thing? Because the first group all ends up at the porta potties. How did that happen?
And that is a producer's nightmare.
Yeah.
They were yelling in the control room. Who put the cards out? Who let them all pick the same card?
Yeah.
Somebody got fired tonight. It did not go the way it was supposed to. I don't know exactly, like you said, I don't know exactly how it went wrong.
Yeah.
But all of them going to the porta potty was
not how it's supposed to go.
A disaster.
No. There should have been 2 at the merch stand, 1 at the piercing tent, and 1 at the porta potties.
Yes.
Not 4 all in the same comp.
Okay, Kathy thinks they grabbed from different rooms, so they just really screwed the pooch on
The producers did everything they could, but
I'm going to say screwed the pooch so much this season. It's already in my vernacular.
Oh, wait till he gets in a showmance, and Sarah's really going to be saying it.
No, I will not say it like that. That's too literal. Too literal. All right, well, we got a whole bunch of people at the porta potty, and we're going to move on while Julie yells at somebody. Okay, group 2.
Right. Michael, Alyssa, Taylor, and Daniel.
Not going to lie, group 2, kind of lit.
You like this group?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, Taylor's great. I know you love Michael with the cats.
And Daniel. Daniel and Michael are probably my 2 fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're like super fans.
They are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love them.
Yeah, good group.
Michael held the door for everyone. And that's how you enter the house. Yeah. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this group knew they were second?
No.
In?
They don't.
So Michael still presumably is first in, as far as he knows.
No, that's why he held the door. He was like, we could be first.
Oh, I see. He didn't go in.
I'm going to hold the door so that everyone can go in.
Uh-huh.
And we go, yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Paying attention.
Yes.
So they all grab their tickets.
Yes.
Scan them. Again, the time it takes for them to scan and get assigned to these different positions.
20 minutes
backyard.
Going by. Thank you.
But we get 3 at the merch stand and 1 at the piercing tent. So now it's even like more confusing, where I'm like, well, why are they not all 4 at the merch stand when the first 4 were all porta potties? But we've got Michael, Alyssa, and Daniel at the merch stand, and Taylor is by her lonesome in the piercing tent at this point.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Make it real confusing and awkward.
Mm-hmm.
All right, group 3. Nicole, Turner, Joseph, Brittany.
Yes. Now let's spend a little time on Joseph, because I feel like we're learning a little bit more about him than we knew last night.
Yeah.
Not a ton, but like, in addition to being a lawyer, he is a personal trainer, and he's absolutely jacked.
Yeah. I was like, oh, hi, Joseph.
Yeah. It's like,
First glance there, I was like, hello.
Not hating it. Yeah. Syrian and Palestinian. So we were saying last night, like, we had, read somewhere that he was Middle Eastern and confirmed, and a big flirt. And with that body, I do imagine he will be in a showmance. The ladies are going to be looking.
The ladies might like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Okay. But sure. Great.
Yes. So that's Joseph. And that is our 4 there.
For that group. They come in. Guess what? They're going to scan a thing. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
1 at the piercing porta potties and 3 at the piercing tent. It just is not random enough for me.
It boggles
I know. So we got Nicole rounding out the porta potties group.
Yeah.
And then we get Turner, Joseph, and Brittany all joining Taylor at the piercing tent now.
Okay. Great. Did you just say group 4? Did I miss you do group 4?
No,
that was group 3. Okay, great. I was like, wow, you really skipped through that real fast. No. I missed that. Okay, group 4.
Yeah.
Terrence, Indy, Pooch, and Amira.
Yes. And They grab their passes. There's a little bit of interest here because we get Terrence going to the piercing tent. So that rounds out our piercing tent group. Then we get Indy at the merch stand, right? And then we get Pooch is the backstage boss. Or maybe he's before Indy. I forget what order they're doing all this. But Pooch is the backstage boss. So he's got to go up the spiral staircase to this giant gold chair.
Which for some reason was invisible to him.
Yeah. He was just standing up there, and Julie's like, take a seat.
He kept going. And she was like, back it up. You see that thing? I was like staring at the chair. I was like, oh my God.
What a gorgeous chair.
It's massive. It's gold. And he can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how do you not see this chair?
Yeah.
But anyway, Pooch is going to eventually find his chair.
Yeah.
And she's like, haha, you sit there. You don't compete. We'll tell you more later.
Yeah, right. He gets his little backstage pass that he puts on, whatever. And then Amira gets assigned to the merch stand. So everybody now has their assignments, and we're finally going to move in to the first competition of the summer.
My note says 5:52 p.m. That was Pacific time. It'd be 8:52 p.m. to the East Coast.
Yeah.
And Julie says, let's get started. Julie, we've been on the air for 52 minutes.
Yeah, we actually started a long time ago.
Now let's get started.
Could have shrunk that in
if
half.
If you wrote that down,
think.
You should have realized we're not doing this correctly.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So we do the porta potty comp first. And I did sort of like how each of these comps represents sort of a different like vertical of competition within the Big Brother universe,
Okay, true. Okay.
There's like the true false multiple choice, version, the endurance competition. And then I guess just like the fastest person wins competition for, the jewelry thing. But the jewelry thing was the most bizarre of the three.
That was not a challenge.
It's like a party game.
That was just silly. I don't understand how that got approved. It was not entertaining to watch. It was not challenging. I don't understand what happened with that. But the first one, potty talk, porta potties, it's like a little mind puzzle answering. Like you got to figure it out and answer fast.
Yeah.
So that's a fun comp. Okay. The way that they destroyed these beautiful ladies, kind of sad, but okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it ends up being Monty who wins that one because Paloma's out first and then Jasmine, correct?
Yeah.
Then Nicole and then Kyle.
Then Kyle's out. Monty's going to win that one. Way to go, Monty.
Yeah.
I like what I see in Monty.
Yeah.
Don't hate that at all.
Sure.
I felt bad for everyone who was all gooey.
Right. And he's now moving on to like this final HOH competition.
Yes. Piercing Panic, however. Just clip it on, guys, and we'll let you know who wins.
Listen, it was over so quickly that I couldn't even figure out what they were supposed to do. Like, I know Julie explained it before they started playing, but as they were clipping things on, I just got confused as to like, are some things supposed to go on the ears and the other things are supposed to go on the eyebrows? Or are they
She said there was a picture at the desk.
Okay, that they're supposed to recreate.
That they recreate. Although everyone's picture must have been different because I was like, oh no, their earrings aren't the same. Yeah.
I'm like, some people are putting some on the nose differently than whatever.
Right.
So I was like, is there a rhyme or reason to this? Or is it just clip these to your face in any way that you can? And the first one who gets them all clipped wins.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it wasn't specific like this earring here, but it was like earring here, earring here, earring here, earring here.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's what it was. But it was not a comp. So no, it was clear that Turner was in the lead the whole time, even though he was like dropping, trying to ring in. Everyone else was still putting it on. So whatever, he puts things on his face fast. He's going to win that. And
Okay, Turner's moving on.
Right.
Yeah, that one was just like a real like lead balloon of a competition. But then we get an endurance comp. But this, I was like, first of all, when they started hanging, I was like, this feels like it could last too long.
It It was an endurance comp.
Yeah.
It's a mini endurance comp.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, we wasted an hour. And now I bet they're going to run out of time because these people are going to hang there.
That's what I thought. I was like, are they going to start spinning them around at any point or like splashing anything on them? Like, what are they? But I guess it's challenging when there's nothing keeping you up on your feet.
Yeah.
Maybe it's hard. It's hard. Ends up being hard to hang there for a long time. So it is Alyssa who's out first, and then Amira, and then Indy, and then Michael and Daniel is moving on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love both Michael and Daniel, so I was excited that one of them won it.
Mm-hmm.
I also really seem to like Amira.
Yeah,
and
I like Amira.
I really like Brittany too.
I
can't not like my nerdy girl.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
But she did not do well.
Right. So we've got 3 men moving on, which is fine. It's whatever.
Look, I can't blame it on the comps this time.
No.
Because a female could have won those first 2.
Oh, 100%. We could have had 2 females, and then, I think in all likelihood, the endurance comp, this specific endurance comp, was going to be won by
that one will lean towards men, but I can't say the other did. So that's just on us.
Yeah.
Didn't step it up.
Yeah. So then we head to the final HOH competition.
Yes. Let's get into this.
This is a puzzle up on stage. They have to assemble, a drum kit.
Mm-hmm.
Very, again, Caitlin vibes of trying to assemble
a small puzzle
thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's not a straightforward puzzle. Like, presumably, I guess it could maybe fall apart in certain ways if you don't put it together quite right. Although thinking about the way this one looked, I think it kind of was the base was stable.
Yeah.
So once you get the base put together, you're kind of good.
Yeah, those little stick stands had to go in the right spot. Once you got that, maybe it was doable. Now I feel like this is a decent comp. We love a little puzzle. This is typical.
But it wasn't close.
No, Turner did a turn where he was like.
I think Turner and Monty were throwing it.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think
Daniel
Monty would throw it.
Oh, I think Monty threw it based on his reaction, because Daniel wastes the other 2 of them.
Yeah.
He just beats them quite handily. So, whatever. Exciting for you because Daniel's on your draft team. Okay.
Is he?
Isn't he? I'm pretty sure you picked him because I remember thinking, oh, wow, that hair.
He is on my draft team. Yay! I got him.
So that's great for you. But I felt like the other 2 weren't really trying. And then when Julie's like, oh, congratulations, Daniel, Monty's reaction was like, whoa, you were so fast. Oh my gosh. And I just was like,
was it too much?
You were doing too much
there. A little performance.
I don't think it kind of had a little bit of Xavier vibes for me of I remember Xavier was really physically capable in those comps, but he was just kind of, I don't need to win this one. I don't need to win this one.
Yeah.
Don't make myself a target.
Well, Michael told us statistically you do, which honestly has not been the way that I have judged these shows over the past thousands of seasons. But apparently, Michael says statistically it's a good idea. Anyway, Daniel, he smoked them.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely think that Turner doesn't understand puzzles. I'm going to stand by that.
Okay.
I'll give you Monty throwing it, but Turner was just like, pieces. What?
He was like, if it's not tufting a rug, I'm not sure how to do it.
Yeah. Where's that challenge? All right. Daniel is our first HOH. He is a super fan. He knows the show. So I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah. Yes. But we don't really get any indication of, where things are going to go for him. There's no immediately put 2 people on the block or anything, because it's more about Pooch, who is the backstage boss.
Who you actually have on your team. So you got a point for him.
Is it some sort of advantage or something that he got? Okay.
That's an advantage. So you get a point.
I love that.
Great.
So Pooch, Julie explains, will not play in any comps, will not vote, will be safe from eviction, and can compete in the next HOH, regardless of the fact that he is safe this week. So that's great.
So exciting for him to be safe. Who cares if he can compete or not? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But you're taking away his ability to vote. That's interesting. And he just has to like kind of sit the week out, but at least he has safety.
Yeah.
But
this is awful. I would hate to be in this position if I were Pooch.
Then this safety comes with
a decision.
Yeah.
You're going to put 3 people's game in jeopardy. So Julie sort of teases, you're going to pick 3 other house guests to be backstage with you all week. They also cannot be nommed. They're safe. Well, she doesn't quite go that far.
No, back it up. The 3 people?
She said they can't be nommed, but that doesn't mean they're safe.
Yeah, they are not safe.
They're not. But she says can't be nommed. They won't compete. They won't vote. But they're not safe. And one of them could be the first house guest going home. So he's putting their game in extreme jeopardy. But I think that there's something separate based on what she said. Because I remember hearing can't be nommed was the first thing she said about them. But there's some other kind of twist, comp, something happening where I think one of them is going to go out before the week is over, and then potentially one of the nominees is going to go out.
I did not hear her say that they could be nommed or that they can't be nommed. That's interesting. I just heard her say they can't compete and aren't necessarily safe, which sucks because if they are nommed, then you can't play veto to save yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can't play veto to save anybody. Okay, Kathy is confirming that they heard that. Okay.
Oh, but Beth is saying that they can be nominated, she thought.
Yeah, I thought so too. So you guys tell us if you heard it, what you
Ben
heard.
says, I think she said they can be nommed. Can and can't are 2 different words, Julie, and we need you to be clear about these things.
We do. I know it's a live show, but get it together. Mm-hmm. We need to know can or cannot. Okay, well, that aside, this dude has to just pick 3 people. He hasn't even met everybody. They show videos, but they're silly little videos.
Oh, he's supposed to pick Paloma because she likes mayonnaise. That's supposed to help him make his decision.
Clearly.
And
I hate mayonnaise. Okay, you're out of here.
Right. And Michael's a cat daddy to 3 cats. So that's supposed to help me make my decision. Like, to me, it just immediately turned it into like a personality thing. And like, does he think this person, does he think he's going to vibe with these people?
Well, it's really a look thing, right? Because you don't even get personality. It's just judge a book by its cover, which
for sure
I'm never a fan of.
No.
But it's just like so hard for your game.
Oh my gosh, to put 3 people immediately in danger.
In possible danger.
And it's just like arming them if they stay, arming them with a reason to potentially put you on the block at some point, like, oh, sorry, got to do it, eye for an eye kind of thing. And it's tough for Pooch. The one that I loved the most of the quick intros from each of the cast members was Joseph, when he goes, in my free time, I like to volunteer in impoverished countries in South America. What? Who has that kind of free time?
That's a lot of free time.
I think you're making a very deliberate trip to South America to volunteer in an impoverished country or community. That's not a free time thing. Like free time is like crossword puzzles.
When he has a week off.
Knitting.
He'll go over to another
running.
Country. Yeah. Yes. We range from mayonnaise to helping other countries. Yeah, it was like quite the range of like what you're gonna say in this video. They obviously didn't know it was gonna be used for these purposes.
Right.
So Pooch, not knowing how to handle this, he decides, I'm gonna say the first out in the 2 comps that we call comps.
Okay, well, he said, I'm going to do the first out in all 3. And I was like, that's not
right. And then he said, well, I'll have to figure out that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you notice how much he was sweating when he had to make his decision?
No, but good. Sweat.
Oh my gosh. He was sweating completely through his shirt. And I was like, this man, A, it's probably hot, but B, you're incredibly nervous to have to make this kind of a decision on night 1 of Big Brother. So he doesn't even know who the first out people are. He's like, so who? I couldn't see who was first out on the porta potty thing.
Sure. Sure you didn't know.
Well, he was up in the backstage. He was up on the gold chair.
That's true. He wouldn't have had a great shot. All right. So Alyssa is that one, and then Paloma is the other first out, or vice versa, whatever. Right. Alyssa and Paloma are the first out. And then he was like, I don't know, you,
Brittany,
in the dress.
That one stung.
That one stings
because
a lot.
Was like,
You're like,
you think you don't
that
vibe
girl
with her.
that doesn't fit in with the rest of us.
It's the blunt bangs. Jolene warned us.
She did. She warned us.
It's the blunt bangs.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan of this. We've got men in control and all the women in danger. And again, it's not one person's fault here. It's just the way it happens.
It's the way it happens. But
and
we're
it's
not
frustrating.
pleased. Yeah.
No, not at all. So I guess that's a good way to phrase it for people to be like, oh, I personally was like, you take the best, right? I want to knock out the best.
Oh, interesting.
So I would.
Do you think he could have picked Monty and Hunter?
Turner.
Turner.
Yeah,
Still learning
that's
names.
who I would have picked. I would have picked Monty and Turner and someone else who did really good. But I am not a Broseph who's playing the Broseph game.
You're not, but Pooch is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are with Alyssa, Paloma, and Brittany in some sort of limbo. We don't fully know, but we know that they're not voting. So right off the bat here, we've got 4 people who cannot vote in this first eviction. That's
So now we're down to
like not be able to count on
4. I mean, 5 potentially, right? Because the HOH can't vote either.
Right, isn't gonna vote.
So we're going to be down to 11 people voting on the first vote.
That's kind of wild for a first week not to be like. I'm not even going to talk to you because you don't have a vote.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, no.
I'm going to be like, you're cool with whatever, right? And you're going to be like, sure, I'm not voting.
Yeah.
Great. Whatever you want.
They don't even have to fill them in on the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the upside is that America gets to vote to save one of these 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this. Okay. America getting to vote for something is iffy.
Yep.
We love to mess a thing up.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this is foolproof. Like we can't mess this up.
Yeah.
Right? We're just saving someone. That's it. It doesn't matter which one gets saved.
Yeah, we're just going to save Brittany, I think is what we're going to do.
Oh, we're saving Brittany.
Yeah.
You guys do whatever you want. But I'm absolutely saving Brittany with my votes.
Yes.
But Alyssa or Paloma could be saved as well. But I'm more worried about Brittany not making it for the first week. So
yeah.
I think, though, if I figured this out, going off of Julie telling us pre-show that come eviction night, there will be a twist where the nominees may not be the one evicted.
Oh.
So let's say there's 2 people that Daniel has put up and are on the block.
Yep.
And we save one of these 3. So that leaves 2 people who potentially are not on the block, but have this backstage whatever.
Yeah.
Then Julie's going to announce if you would like to vote for one of these, you can instead.
Okay.
So technically 4 people would be up for nomination or up for eviction.
4 or 5?
Well, we're saving 1. So
I
2
understand.
people are on the block.
Yeah.
And 2 people are backstage. It could be one of those. That's what I'm guessing we're heading into.
Okay, I'm going to make a separate prediction.
Okay.
My prediction is we all save Brittany. That's my prediction.
Great.
So
done.
she's safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then Paloma and Alyssa are going to have some kind of competition between the 2 of them, separate, backstage, somewhere else.
Okay.
Before eviction night.
Okay.
One of them, first house guest out.
Oh, boom. Just like that.
And
Whoever
then
loses is gone.
Yeah. And then I think we get one more eviction. I think it's a double eviction week.
Whoa.
That's
David
my
here with some wild card ideas. Your Team Chaos of Jess is rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
David's like, forget the show. Let's do it this way. Totally new first week. Well, whatever. We got something coming
It's only because it's informed by.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Julie say they can't be nommed.
Yes.
So I think there's a separate comp happening that will determine who will go out first. But then, like, why wouldn't that basically, like, completely nullifies Daniel's HOH if they don't then do another eviction with his nominees? So I think that's why I think there have to be both.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I think we don't care. They'll nullify an HOH so fast. They don't care. Yeah. Interesting. Well, we know some twist is happening, and we know that we have an HOH who's going to do some HOH stuff. And then we know that we have this backstage pass dealing with 4 people. So I don't think it's Battle of the Block-ish, but I guess it's kind of Battle of the Block-ish if you take one of the other 2 instead of 2 noms. All of a sudden,
interesting,
you're voting there. So there are a little bit of those vibes there.
Maybe it would be, here's another theory. Maybe it's, we all say Brittany again. And then maybe it's Daniel's noms versus Paloma and Alyssa in some kind of additional comp. And whoever loses ends up being the final 2 nominees.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Or a comp between Daniel and
Brittany, who's safe.
Pooch. The 2 of them, a comp. That would be more battle, right? Isn't that Battle of the Block-y? Who competed on Battle of the Block?
That's what I was just trying to remember. And now that I'm like, it's been
the
a while.
HOHs?
I think it was the 4 nominees. 2 HOHs put up 2 noms, and then those 4 nominees compete.
Right.
In pairs, I think. And 1 pair comes down.
Which I think is what you were just saying, right?
Yeah,
those 2.
Right.
So either those 2 could compete or the 2.
So it could be
the HOH or the backstage pass person.
Yeah. Regardless, Brittany's safe.
Or we pull out the Manwan hat and we pass it around.
Cynthia comes back. Yeah.
Something like that. But first of all, Brittany is saved, and then we move on.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
our
We
lives.
move on from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys, though, let us know who you want to vote for, because we're not here to tell you what to do.
Sure.
Free will, guys. Free will.
Absolutely.
So live feeds are supposed to start tonight. Julie said like 9:30 or something.
Wow. Starting right away.
They told us 11, so I think she lied. But get those feeds fired up.
Yeah.
Get to know these people. Do your faves.
Buckle up for the long haul. Remember.
Are they our faves for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we want to find out.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you for hanging out with us live, even with a challenge premiere happening as well. We really appreciate it.
We do. And if you are joining us later or live, leave us a comment in the comments section and let us know what you thought of the premiere. We shared our thoughts on the pacing of it, but we want to hear yours. And are you happy with Daniel being the HOH? Who do you think he's going to nominate? Who are you saving from the backstage folks who are now in danger?
Brittany,
let us know all of your thoughts.
So let's give her that power.
Interesting.
Yeah, save Brittany, and then she just single-handedly.
Free Brittany. That's our hashtag.
Free Brittany. Then she'll evict someone and we move about our merry way. All right. Is this first HOH going to be a Frenchie or a Cody Calafiore? So let's find out.
Yes.
All right, guys. We will see you on Monday. That'll be our next BB stream.
Yes.
We will talk about the Sunday night episode, plus veto spoilers, any twist stuff that we understand by then. We will recap all of that on Monday. Tomorrow, I will have exit press from the pair eliminated from the challenge, as well as a recap with Chantel joining me for that tomorrow.
Nice.
So lots of content coming your way, guys.
Yes. So let us know all of your thoughts on everything, and we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.